We had a board meeting here in this room. We're discussing that, and we said, look, there's potentially a crisis coming here that's a huge risk to the business, but also maybe an opportunity. So we set up a subcommittee within the board to look at this specifically and see what to do. Because, you know, if it did come to Ireland, which it did in the end, the way we thought it was going to happen, we could be closed down as a business, and that would have a serious impact. So how do we try and deal with that? So given that we had a very strong relationship with the HSE and doing healthcare projects, out of that meeting, we contacted the HSE and said, listen, we're available. And that was actually on the 9th of March, I remember it quite well. Made a phone call and said, look, we're here to help. And from that person that I spoke to on the phone said, I have 3 projects I want you to price ASAP. And the government at the time brought in emergency legislation, procurement and planning. So that was on the 9th. I called my team in that day, and I was told by the HSE I had to have a price back. How I was going to build these emergency hospitals. One of them was 24-bed unit in UHL in Limerick in 14 weeks. But I had to have it back within 24 hours because they had to approve it from the HSE estates, and then it was going to government on the Friday. So I called my team into this room here and told them, this is the gig. This is what we have to do. We come up with a solution. They all thought I was stone mad, that we couldn't do it in 24 hours, to give them the detail first, to ensure that they were getting value for money and we were going to deliver it and we could commit to it. Before Patrick's Day, a couple of days before it, to announce that he was closing schools and closing pubs. And that night at 9 o'clock on the 9 o'clock news, I got a phone call to say, you've got a green light.
John, do you think, or do you know, were you the only person to reach out to the HSE and say, our team is available to you?
But we were one of the very few, and we ended up doing quite a lot of work for the HSE during that period.